Hi, I'm Jim Smith. I'm the director of the airport, and I'm here today to try and go over our proposed budget for 2014. The mission of the airport is to try and provide access to Central Texas to the global air transportation network, and hopefully do it in a way where we give our customers a great service experience at the same time. The main issues that the airport is dealing with today really revolve around growth and aging of the facility. The airport now is 14 years old, and as a result of that, there's a lot of systems and things that need replacement and refurbishment. That by itself is leading to a lot of construction projects. In addition to that, we've got exponential growth going on in the marketplace right now, which is leading us to have to propose some new construction projects that will allow us to cope with the growth that's coming down the pike. So it's really dealing with the aging of the facility and coping with growth is really the drivers of what our budget is all about. In terms of revenue, you can see we're proposing that our revenue will be about $103 million this year, and that is usually split on about 55% of the sources for that revenue comes from non-airline sources, and 45% of that revenue comes from the airlines. The airlines pay us a landing fee, they pay us rental rate for the space they occupy, they pay us for leaving the planes overnight. That ends up being 45%. The non-airline revenue is parking, concessions, food, beverage, rental cars, and things like that. So all told, we'll have about $103 million. In terms of uses, we have about $67 million in operating budget, and in addition to that, about $24 million in debt service, paying off the debt that we have for previous construction projects. In terms of revenue highlights, the only new fee that we have in our budget this year is a fee to support the recently adopted council ordinance to deal with heliport permits. If you recall, last year we had a number of helicopter flights as a result of Formula One activity, and the council passed a new ordinance that will be implemented this year. In terms of the key highlights that support the budget proposal, we're proposing to add 11 new positions, permanent positions to the airport to cope with the growth and the expansion of what's been going on. In addition, we're also proposing some additional funds for temporary employees so we can evaluate the need down the road of whether those need to be permanent or not. So it's really all driven by the growth which is going on at the airport. In terms of fund overview, obviously, we have a balanced budget, and we are proposing at the end of the year that our revenue will exceed our expenses by approximately $13 million. So the airport is doing fairly well. And our FTE count will increase from 351 to 362. In terms of our CIP, which is our capital improvements projects, as I said, growth is a major issue at the airport. The two main projects we have going on currently, we've completed the design for the East Infill project, which is a multi-story structure on the east side of the airport that will allow us to create a new expanded TSA security checkpoint with 10 lanes. In addition to that, below that, there'll be an expansion of the Customs and Border Protection facilities, which will allow us to process more passengers from international flights. And the other major project is our CONRAC facility, which is the Consolidated Rental Car Facility, which is a 4-story garage, about $150 million project, immediately behind the existing garage, which is where the rental cars will be in the future. So kind of in summary relative to our major projects, the airport for the next 2 to 3 years will be under construction stress, whether it's from projects which are coping with the aging of the facility or projects to cope with the needed expansion because of the demand by existing airlines as well as new airlines who want to be in the Austin market. For example, this year we've already attracted 3 new carriers to come to Austin, and in September we're proposing to announce a 4th new carrier coming to Austin. So the growth has gotten to the point where we feel we have to go to the City Council and recommend that we do a gate expansion project and start the design of that next year. So there's a number of elements of our long-term master plan that we will be proposing that we accelerate as a result of the demand for growth that we are experiencing right now. And finally, if you have any need for additional information, on the slide you have some names and phone numbers of people you can call, and we will be happy to get you whatever additional information you need to understand the Aviation Department's budget. Thank you.